Our nation, the Philippines, has undoubtedly endured difficult years since the global pandemic began, and even before that. Every year and every month, we have been hit by a slew of unexpected events, may it be human rights or even environmental issues. The Philippines, most especially the people, have suffered. When I run for presidency, all that I think of is the people, a vision and a desire to help others. And there's no doubt in my mind that I want things to change. A reform that will benefit all Filipinos and will make the Philippines, my nation, a better place to live. And here I am in front of you, laying forth my intentions for the Filipinos' development. Today, as I approach the first year in the presidential seat, I have bigger plans and big-ticket projects for the Philippines. And I assure you, I am a woman of my word. If I would be the Philippine president, I would implement firstly the law of No Child Left Behind Act. Education must be for all. This aims to narrow achievement disparities among students by ensuring that all children have a fair, equal, and meaningful chance to receive a high-quality education. We have been adopting the new normal for the past 3 years, in which we now hold our lessons online, and many students cannot afford to study in this mode due to the budgetary constraints and other factors. With money and resources, especially for impoverished populations, to close the success gap between school districts so that no kid goes without a good education. The second law that I want to implement is the Republic Act number 3534, Increase of Local Farmers' Income. Agriculture is crucial to the Philippine economy, as it is by far the most significant and major source of food supplies for distribution across the country. As a result, these farmers must be given priority and their income must be increased in light of their substantial contributions to achieving economic and sustainable development. Furthermore, all area farmers will receive new harvest tools, a 50% discount on medical insurance, and free scholarships to their children. The third law that I want to implement is including sex ed subject as part of the curriculum in high schools nationwide, grade 7 to grade 12. In 2017, the birth rate for women aged 15 to 19 years was 18.8 per 1,000 women, down 7% from 2016. The causes for the drop, according to the CDC, are not totally apparent, although evidence indicates to a larger percentage of youths refraining from sexual activity and increasing use of birth control among sexually active teens. Teenage pregnancy can have a number of social and financial consequences. Teenage moms are less likely than their peers to complete high school and are more likely to live in poverty, rely on public assistance, and have poor health. To avoid this, sex education must be taught in schools. The fourth law that I want to implement is the gasoline tariffs. When the tax is decreased by 5% to 10%, the price of gas or petrol reduces, but only if there is a disaster in the region where it occurred. And lastly, Overseas Filipino Workers Stability Monitoring Law. This aims to establish a stricter threshold for the protection of the welfare of migrant workers. Its goal is to provide at least a regular check on how their everyday lives are progressing. Several examples of abuse have already been documented: how their employer treats them, whether they are paid correctly and accurately, and their general health must all be considered. This is a rundown of the activities I'll be organizing during my tenure. 6 years will not be an easy path, but I will do my best to make it as memorable as possible.